Paul, I don't know what got said during that first intermission. I take it nobody was all that happy with how it went. Was go out and score a goal 8 seconds into the second period part of the game plan?
No, I think it was just he gave us an excuse. He said, all right, now your airplane legs are out of you. Now let's get to work. So it's just more about I think we were watching a lot in that first period. I think no one was finishing checks. We're kind of watching, kind of hoping things would happen, and we got beat up the ice way too many times. And I think we just got more engaged. I think the whole message is more about being engaged, and whether it's offensively, whether it's defensively, whether it's getting a stick on the puck or finishing a check. It could be anywhere in the ice, but the more engaged, and all of a sudden, all five guys on the ice kind of play a lot better and play a lot tighter together, and that's when we're more successful.
Go next to Ken Wiebe from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
Paul, what stood out about playing on the wing tonight?
Not take as many draws. No, it wasn't bad. I think, especially playing with Laus and Apple, I think just talking to those guys is, all three of us can play low if we have to. So it's not, you can just be more aggressive. And there's a lot of times I thought we were maybe over aggressive, but it didn't matter. I'd rather play on our toes than our heels. And then with those guys, it's kind of direct hockey. And I think as the game went on, I think we started kind of finding each other a little more, but you never play those guys. It's going to take a little time to get used to, but I think just talking and then being there and supporting each other, I think made it easy. And communication, I think, was the biggest thing. And I didn't really think we got too much in trouble. If we did, I thought we locked it up pretty good, and we kind of support each other well, starting from our D zone all the way down the O zone.
And we'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, Paul, you and other guys on the team have talked about playing as a 5-man unit and how that works in the defensive zone. Is that particularly difficult, though, when you're in a situation like tonight where there was a lot of different lines, deep and D pairings each time guys went out?
No, I think what happens is kind of when you're hoping, you get too caught up in trying to jump the gun and trying to go for that odd man rush, trying to get away. You see an open lane, you almost take off, and you don't have full possession yet. And I think more than anything, it's about getting that possession. Once you get that possession, when you play closer together, the guy with the puck has way more options. It's a lot easier on him. I think if it's a D-man or the winger or center, they get it, and everyone kind of just takes off. Sometimes it's harder because you don't have kind of that direct play. So I think more than anything, it buys all of us time a little bit. And I think, like I said earlier, like when you're playing with new guys, when you're playing with different D pairings, I think the more you talk, the more you communicate with each other, whether it's, the D-men talking to each other or the D-men talking to the winger or vice versa, like that helps out a ton. And that's stuff that you probably can't see on TV or hear on the ice. But when, those five guys on the ice, those little plays like that, I think that makes a world of a difference.
We'll go back to Ken Wiebe from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
Well, Ottawa's been very aggressive on their penalty kill. What were the keys to having that good puck movement that led to the goal?
I think it was just second chances. I think it was get on top of the puck, and I mean, like any good power play, sometimes you're going to score on a nice play early on, but a lot of times, when you do score a nice play, it's because you're getting those second chances. They're getting tired, the goalie's tired, and that's when you create more. So for us, it's about getting those shots and then getting those rebounds and playing quick instead of trying to slow it down. And whether it was Casey kind of attacking or whether it was JMO attacking or, Wheels or Scheif moving from goal line to JMO, I think you open up teams like that and then you just don't hesitate. And I think when you can play downhill like that, offensively it's easier because you kind of just know where the puck's going. And then defensively, I think it's a lot harder just because no one's kind of set position. So you're kind of constantly looking around, not knowing who you're covering or where you're supposed to be.